NEBOSH International General Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety Unit IG2. Element 7, Chemical and Biological Agents. Identify the physical forms of chemicals that may exist in the workplace. Solids, liquids, gases, vapors, mists, fumes, dusts, fibers. What are biological agents and microorganisms in the workplace? Fungi, bacteria, viruses. Identify health hazard classifications of chemicals. Acute toxicity, skin corrosion, irritation, serious eye damage, eye irritation, respiratory or skin sensitization, germ cell mutagenicity, carcinogenicity, reproductive toxicity, specific target organ toxicity, single and repeat exposure, aspiration hazard. Outline the difference between acute and chronic ill health effects. Acute means that the substance has short-term effects, usually occurring after a large overexposure over a short duration of time. Chronic means that the substance has long-term health effects, usually occurring after repeated low-level exposures over a long duration of time. Identify the routes of entry of chemical and biological agents into the body. Inhalation, nose and mouth, down into the lungs. Ingestion, through the mouth, swallowed. Absorption through the skin, into the tissues beneath. Injection through the skin barrier, either by physical injection. What area the steps to carrying out a hazardous substance risk assessment. Identify the hazardous substances present and the people who might potentially be exposed. Gather information about the substances. Evaluate the health risk. Identify any controls needed and implement them. Record the assessment and action taken. Review. What is the product label's following information? The name of the substance, mixture. The names of the hazardous constituents. The indications of danger and the corresponding symbols, warning phrases. Some basic precautions to take. Name, address and telephone number of the supplier. What are the safety data sheets contain information? Hazards identification. Composition. Information on ingredients. First aid measures. Fighting measures. Handling and storage. Exposure controls. Personal protection. Physical and chemical properties. Toxicological information. Disposal considerations. Transport information. Regulatory information. Define the term workplace exposure limit. Short-term exposure limits, stills, over a 15-minute time period. Long-term exposure limits, LTALs, over an 8-hour time period. What are the diseases are associated with asbestos exposure? Asbestosis, lung cancer, mesothelioma, diffuse pleural thickening. Outline how carbon monoxide, CO, is hazardous to health. Carbon monoxide, CO, is an asphyxiant gas. When inhaled, it reduces the oxygen available to the body. This happens because the CO combines with hemoglobin in red blood cells. This prevents oxygen transport by the blood. Symptoms include headache, drowsiness, unconsciousness and death at relatively low concentrations. This will happen even when oxygen concentrations are completely normal. Outline how cement is hazardous to health. Irritation or corrosive burns to the eyes. Irritation of the respiratory tract. Irritant dermatitis on skin contact. Allergic dermatitis on repeated skin contact. Corrosive burns to the skin on prolonged contact. What are the types of PPE routinely used to protection against hazardous substances? Hand protection, gloves, short, cuff, and gauntlets, long, cuff. Chemicals, for example acids, alkalis and solvents. Biological agents, for example viruses in blood. Physical injury, for example a knife cut with associated infection risk. Eye protection. Safety spectacles. Safety goggles. Face visors. Body protection. Overalls prevent direct skin contact with agents such as grease. Aprons prevent spills and splashes from getting onto normal workwear and soaking through to skin. Whole body protection. The entire body is encased in a protective chemical resistant suit. What are the categories of respiratory protective equipment, RPE? Respirator. This filters the air taken from the immediate environment around the wearer. Breathing apparatus, BA. This provides breathable air from a separate source.
Please give comment and suggestions.
Thank you.
Subscribe our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thank for visit our channel. See you next class.
Thank you.